Welcome to the Emotional Fitness Channel. I'm Marianne Kiesel, and today I've got a really big piece to bring to you. It's the 5 biggest mistakes people make when they're online dating, or any dating for that matter. And there's a real purpose in giving you these so that I can give you the reasoning and the value behind it once we get through them. So hang in there and stay with me, because this is going to give you the ability and change your life so that you can create the love of your life. Okay, so the top 5. Number 1, the biggest mistake. Now, this is going to really throw you, but stay with me, okay? The biggest mistake people make when they go online to try and find somebody to date, love, all of these things, is they're actually seeking through a unknown filter, a subconscious filter of I'm seeking love and support. Now, what I mean by that, in a healthy term, in a really emotionally healthy term, that I can love and support myself, therefore I'm looking for that equal partnership, that's beautiful. But when somebody is going through a damaged filter of I'm desperately seeking someone to love and support me, they're going in as that victim mentality, giving someone the power over their whole emotional state. And so if you're the sort of person that starts to feel that you fall in love really, really quickly, that you're already thinking of the wedding after the first week, or is this the one? Those sort of warning bells will be showing you have something going on, an unmet need from your childhood that we need to look at, some healing that needs to take place here, because otherwise you're not empowered going in and I can love and support myself beautifully. I'm capable of this. So I don't need you. It would just be lovely to have this beautiful partnership, right? So you want to make sure you're clean on that, okay? Step 2. Living in a false reality, right? I'm just about to complete this amazing journey of this book, The Cinderella Evolution, and it's about future-proofing your fairy tale, how to future-proof your fairy tale. So stay tuned for that one. The false reality fairy tale, a lot of people, even in their 50s at my age, still have this idea of a fairy tale that this person, this is going to be the one that's going to make everything perfect for them. This is going to be the one that's going to melt their heart forever. And this is a false reality, because as life unpacks, it's a big responsibility to give someone, right? If we can be our own best friend, if we can do that stuff that makes us feel like we're really valuable, and stand there and just to heal those past wounds and compliment somebody's life, to experience the joy with them. Remember, if you don't need someone, then you're really hitting home with it. Just to want to have that beautiful companionship and joy and you know, all of those good, gorgeous things. So living in a false reality is the second biggest mistake people make, thinking that this person's going to fix my life. Number 3 is when people don't take responsibility for their happiness, which really moves on from that one. And when somebody doesn't have a life and they're depressed, they sit at home every night drinking a bottle of wine, or maybe just lonely, desperately lonely, not doing anything to fulfill their life. This filter is a big, big red flag, wanting to have someone to give them a life. And this is when energetically it's just not lined up, and you become very clingy and needy. You think of them constantly. You become obsessed very, very quickly. If this is you, there's some big stuff to be cleared here that I can help you with. So number 3, people who don't take responsibility for their happiness, because when we're handing our energy over to someone and say, please make me happy, we become powerless in the relationship, right? We want to be empowered. Step 4, when we haven't healed those past hurts, my goodness, when we haven't healed them and we're operating through these filters of all these unmet needs as a child, that I'm not enough and I don't like my body and please make me feel good about myself and I'm not confident and I'm not empowered and all of these things, I have a fear of failure, I have a fear of looking stupid, I have a fear of not being enough. All of these things will show up in the relationship, okay? And, you know, there's a really valuable thing about taking responsibility for ourselves. And you know, we can't change what happened to us, but we can do something about it. So we show up and be our best selves, because you deserve that, and so do they, right? So healing those past hurts. And the fifth biggest one, and remember, stay with me here, because we're going to have a chat about why we're even here about this, right? So the fifth one is when somebody comes to me for support, and we're going to do a clearing on, which is about, I don't feel safe in my skin. And this is a really dangerous one, because if you don't feel safe in your skin, and a lot of people suffer from anxiety, depression, it will bring up jealousy, it will bring up neediness, it will bring up all sorts of codependency behavior, it will bring up addictive identities. A lot of people are addicted to the idea of love, addicted to the idea of safety, addicted to the idea of survival. And if you've come from any trauma as a child, which most people have, and these past hurts are not healed, you'll be purging that on to somebody else, causing all sorts of insecurities. And you just don't want that. And so here's the golden nugget. When you reverse these five biggest mistakes and you start saying, okay, Marianne, I need to do some work on it. So book a session. There'll be a link below. But here's the beautiful thing about it. We're here to have the beautiful love in our lives, but it has to start with us. We need to be the ones who love and support ourselves first, so that we have genuine, authentic ability to generally care and love somebody else. Otherwise, we're always in a hidden agenda. Secondly, to live in this reality and say, okay, so I know that I'm a soul in a physical body, and I've come here to evolve to a higher level of consciousness. Now, here's a valuable piece about relationships. All relationships are fated, and they show up as teachers to teach us how to elevate to a high level of consciousness. And I'll have a link to Bob Frank's video about why we're here, all the scientific evidence. He was the president of Near Death Experience America, and we had a video we did the other day that was brilliant, and it shows all the stuff about why we're here. And so to be naive or think that we're just a human being and we're born and we live, we make money, we die, and all of these things is interesting. Well, I don't think you'd be listening to this channel if you thought that. So it's important to understand that there are several souls that have lined up for us to get the lesson. So let's say that you're here to, one of your lessons is to overcome jealousy, or overcome your insecurity, or to overcome the one that most people have around not being enough, to elevate to a high level of consciousness, to self-empowerment, to liberate yourself in some way, to stand in self-love, to embody a beautiful, empowered woman who can love and support herself. You know, why else in this lifetime did women escalate to a high level of consciousness so quickly, right? So it's all a part of the plan. So as soon as we stop and we say, I'm going to take responsibility for me, I'm gonna really grow into the best beautiful being I can be. This is my purpose. This is my chance. And I'm gonna love my life. I'm gonna love who I am. I'm gonna give it all to myself. So when I do start dating, or I am dating, I'm meeting somebody, I'm not gonna make them responsible for me. I'm gonna just be the beautiful woman I am, or beautiful man I am, and give to that person from my best place, right? So it's really, really valuable piece. And if you haven't healed what happened in your past relationship, if you're still hanging on to, haven't healed that fact that you had someone who betrayed you, if you haven't healed that somebody who ripped you off, if you haven't healed that stuff, you'll get another teacher. So remember, we're the only ones common in the whole situation and the relationship fairy tale, right? So, you know, it's really, really important. So I hope that's helpful for you. I'm going to put a link below for a belief profile that you can fill in to see what's really going on for you. That's free. It's on my site. And of course, and I'll leave a special just for you watching this video. If you subscribe to my channel so you can get all the good stuff, or share or leave a comment, I'm also going to give you a special price of $50 off when you book through my website. So I'll know that you've done it if you've commented below, you've liked or shared this video or subscribed. So I hope that's helpful for you. Please give yourself the beauty of a session if you haven't had one already, so that you can have the love of your life and we can nail this thing. Thanks for listening.